Well, hi there, and welcome to this video. My name is Lucas Tavares, and I am a RavenDB enthusiast. And today I'm going to show you the difference between the user experience installing the native version of um, RavenDB versus PostgreSQL database. So I'm here just to create um, pure comparison, avoiding Docker or other cloud services that would make things automatically easy, but you would have to set them before. So in a way of a fair comparison, I'm gonna enter into the website, download the Windows version, and compare the installation process. How does the wizard behave, and how easy it is to start the environment using RavenDB or PostgreSQL. Why would it make difference? Well, if you're just a uh, um, self-developer, like you are a solo developer, you might think, oh, I'll do it once upon a time. But well, if you're a manager or a tech lead or a CEO, you might see that if you have several people um, working on your project, working on a product, and all of them has to set up environments by the time, um, you would prefer something that they wouldn't have many things to install. It's a heavy installation, something that makes your machine hard to be maintained, and your developer team would waste some time just to set up the database, right? So RavenDB was made to be easy to use, so it was built to be easy for the developers as a plug and play USB stuff, right? So let's begin here. I'm gonna cron the process, and we can compare that to the PostgreSQL further. So, well, let's get started. I'm gonna open the official website, so ravenDB.net, and here I'm gonna look to the developers page and download. Right, so I'm downloading the Windows version. I accept the terms and conditions for this, and well, download started. Right, so let me just open the folder here. I have a zip file, and well, let me just extract that. I'm going to create this folder on my dev env for RavenDB, and that's it. I have two ways of run this product. So I could set up as a service, so it would be start automatically with Windows, or as a way I want to configure this as a service. So if you're setting up a server or a Windows server or a machine that will be used to be your database server, you should click on this. But here on this wizard, I just want to run it at once. So I'm going to simply right click and execute with PowerShell. Right. So we'll start loading a little bit. And well, that's it. The service is started. Now I'm going to start the wizard. So, well, um, okay, here we are. Well, here's the all license agreement. So we must accept that. It will restart a little and start the wizard. Okay, I want to create a new cluster. And of course, there is a recommendation here for us to start with secure connections that will require SSL certificates um, to to connect to your database. There is a way to unsecure that, like to start with HTTP, but I don't recommend that. Use the best practice since the beginning of your development, and your life might be a little easier. So let's generate the certificate here. And well, I won't enable this now. It will be a spoiler, but well, we have here PostgreSQL integration. That is something brand new to come here. So let's keep this. Um, I won't enter a license right now. Um, if you fill that form, clicking get license says you will be able to fill a form and receive a development license. but I'm gonna jump that for now. Oh, okay. I've done this before. Let me just copy paste that from my email. Oh, open this, my computer, RavenDB license. Okay, right. Here we are. Okay, here I can choose my domain. So I'm gonna use dev machine developer. Okay, developer dot no Raven DB. Oh, let me just choose something else. Lucas Tavares. Right. So with this I can move forward. Uh, well, okay then. I want to create a node, a single node. I would be able to create more than one, but it won't be necessary here. I could choose the port. I could choose HTTPS port. I can choose that, but I'm gonna keep this as more automated as I can. Well, I'm gonna set up the studio configuration to development, and well, uh, okay, let's put 48 months to expire this. I do accept, and oh, okay, right. Let's put this one here. Because of this configuration, it will be a local host only. So, right. If I want to put, yeah, let's keep like this. Okay, finishing up. Then it will generate a certificate for me. Okay, here's my certificate. Let me just check my download. And that's it. Okay, so what's going to happen now? I'm going to restart the server, so it will replace this IP here through my domain. And before that, it will ask if I had already installed that certificate, because I won't be able to access the server without the certificate set up in my browser. So, well, let's do that here. Well, this VFX and advanced. Where is the password for that? Right. There's no password here. This is the admin gate. It was successfully imported, and I've installed the client certificate. Right. So it's going to restart now. Okay, here we are. Let me just click this on the certificate that I nearly installed. And all right. Finally, what do we have here is the RavenDB running, and this is the studio. So it's a web application. We don't have to install any other SGBD manager or connector or any other application to access and manage the database. I didn't have any extra wizard. It was all fast. We took 8 minutes from the download, and by that I'm explaining things. It could be faster if I want to. So, well, let's begin creating our database here. So this database will be called Lucas Tavares. And that's it. We can create, quick create here, or set up more things. But, well, that's it. I do want to quick create that. Could move forward, but let's do that. And that's it. Our database is ready to go. We are almost done to connect here. So to provide your application access to the database. Of course, you won't give this server certificate to your application because this would be unsecure. The next step, you must click here on Manage Server, Certificates, and then you might create a certificate. So I'm going to create here a development Lucas. Oh, Lucas developer right here, and great, sir. Let me just random password. Right, that's enough. 12 month. I'm able to access my application. If you want to connect your application on that, you could use read and write, or if you want just to read that as a read-only application, you should use that. If you want to admin to create advanced stuff, automate advanced automations, you could use admin. And if you want just to share this certificate for someone to log into a database, I would recommend you to enable two-factor authentication. But in this case, read-write is all fine. Okay, perfect. Now we have a new certificate with password that would apply in our application in the future. Okay, so, well, that's it. What I should do to stop the server or things like that, I would just Control C and close this. The server is down. And, well, easy peasy, right? Yeah, this is amazing. Thank you for watching till here, and let's start with the PostgreSQL database. Let me just I forgot to stop the timer, but I mentioned that we set up everything in 8 minutes. Really quick to set up the database environment. So let's do that. Now that we already know how to install the RavenDB server, and we knew that there is almost no effort to configure that, let's do similar to the PostgreSQL and test experience of it. So let me just start the cron here again. Okay, so let's go to the PostgreSQL website. So PostgreSQL, right, where are you here? Okay, so download it. Let's see, Windows option. Okay, download the installer. Right. Agree. Windows. Okay, download started. Right then. So instead of a zip file, it's not finished yet. Okay, all right. I had execution file here. So let's open the wizard. Okay, let's confirm that. Okay, then, as most part of SQL databases wizard setup, we have the NNF techniques to follow. It's the next finish. So let's see here what it will require me to do. So welcome to the Postgre. Let me just, I'll keep this in this folder to avoid any other stuff. I like to follow the recommendation here when we have a wizard. So program files, Postgres, so I'm gonna install that all. I won't unselect anything, right? So another folder inside that one. So, okay, let's say admin, right? I'll keep the default port. Okay, default. Right, so this is a quick resume for is being what will be done. Okay, setup is ready. All right, so it will what? Okay, stack builder, right? So it will download and probably install more things. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the server I've just installed. And next, download the application. Oh, now I have to choose that. Okay, web development. This might be important. Okay, let's see. Uh, database driver. Okay, .NET. Once install any other one. This would be for Java. And well, we won't use this. No, I want this version, the most recent. No. Oh, okay. Well, this is the version installed. Uh, migration toolkit. This might be useful. But, well, no, we will use Entity Framework further, probably. Okay. I don't think I will need nothing else. Right. So that's my user. Okay. Okay. Now the .NET package. The block. This might be important. I don't know what this is exactly, but okay. Oh, that's the Bosch server. Okay. I don't think it would be necessary for me right now, but well, right. So installation completed. Okay, then what's next? Next, what should I do next? Right. So here the user experience starts to fail up. 12 minutes, and I have a few things installed, but well, whatever. What's next? I was just thrown to find what you should do. By that, I would like to go to services just for us to check something. This is a developer machine. This could be my personal machine. And I would have what? The PostgreSQL running automatically as a service. I don't want that. So I would have to come here and deactivate it because I don't want to start it when my Windows start. Just by that. Right, so this is something that is very annoying in all SQL servers I've already worked for. MySQL does that, SQL Server does that, create a service right here. And as you can see, I ran RavenDB on a shell execution, and there's no RavenDB services installed unless I wish to, okay? So for me, this is a quite good experience because otherwise, I could just forget to do that, and every time that I switch my machine, Postgre would be running. I don't like that. But okay, now how should I access this database? Postgre. Where is that? Postgre. Oh, it's PG80. All right. Let's open that. So this is the Windows version for that. So if I had to maintain my database, I would have to install that anyway, or connect by terminal, what is a nightmare maybe. Um, okay, now I have this pgadmin here, password, admin, save password. Okay, right, databases. So we have the default database here. I want to create one. Let's do Raven PP PMO. I think that's it. Right, save. Okay, many options here. This is a classic SGBD like any other one, where you have several kind of tree options here, and the access to table is not that intuitive. Like it's not that user friendly. It's very technical. If you had to show the database to your stakeholder, you would have to do that to him, basically. And well, we have several tools here that, yes, of course, they might be useful, but come on, this could be different. But well, uh, here, 15 minutes to set up everything. Um, and by that, I just create the database without anything. Okay, so we are ready to go. And let's do this. Let me close this. Okay, if I want to stop the service, I might go to service again. So where's that? Here. Stop. Right. Well, this was a short comparison, and now the next step is to compare the application connection to create tables and do all this stuff to create the application setup to connect to the database. So this is amazing to compare. As you saw, and as I mentioned, we took almost a double of the time to set up the environment, and we have a bunch of heavier services running on our machine. So if I would have to access this from another machine, I would have to install that pgadmin in the other machine. But on RavenDB, I just would have to point to the IP and from the browser, and I would be already connected to the whole server management, and that's quite easy to go. Well, here we are. I hope that you have liked the comparison itself, but there are some things that I would like to close some details here. Some mindful thoughts that might bring you the value of that difference between both products. Well, if you have a large team, like upper to 10 developers, it would multiply that time by 10. And if you would have 20 developers working on a product, you would have a factor multiplying it by 20 every single time everyone is setting up an environment of application. So if you're a software house, if you have several microservices, every time your developers would be upping a services, they would take in some time to do that. And that costs by hour. And if you multiply that, you will see that it might cost a lot. And a product, a database that would bring an automated experience, a simple way to install and to uninstall or stop running the application while you are developing, you are gaining time because you will demand less effort from from your team, from the people that are working on the project. Uh, and the other thing is that RavenDB can bring you the experience of being non-technical, accessing and reading data. The next video, I will dive a little bit more into Raven Studio to demonstrate how easy it is to navigate on data. And there will be another video that we might connect to the database we created in this tutorial comparison. So I will raise a .NET application from the zero to connect to the RavenDB that we set it up. I'll use the same machine we are watching here now, and I'll do the same in another project to run Entity Framework PostgreSQL application with the same goal, like to register a user and his address. Okay, so see you next time. Thank you for watching, and bye.